Hi everybody, welcome to Sparkle Heart Magic Force Go, the world's premier ongoing Thirsty Sword Lesbians campaign. That's actually a lie. There is at least one other on the internet. So we are the second best, I guess.
No, we're the best.
With your help, we could be the one with the most followers and subscribers. You should subscribe, in point of fact. It only costs $5, free if you have Amazon. Thank you, Jeff. I guess you did something right. And if we get up to 50 subscribers, our producer, the wonderfully trollish Baba Yaga, has said that she will get a Sparkle Heart Magic Force Go tattoo. So please subscribe. Please buy other people's subscription. Buy me a subscription, because I'm not subscribed. If we get up to 75 subscriptions, then Baba Yaga will let us choose where she gets the tattoo. I kind of think like a naughty, like on the cheek or maybe down the length of the nose might be kind of cute. But that's just me. I think that's the big thing to start with. I'll say anything else after intros. You might note that we have two characters who are shown in shadow, Adrian and Tallahassee. Their players have to be absent for a couple of different reasons this evening, which is fine because the players who had to be absent just so happened to be the two players who are away from the other three players. So it worked out perfectly narratively. We will catch up with them next week. Or no, we will catch up with them in 2 weeks. So I don't think we're meeting next. We're airing next week. Enough of my babble. Why don't you all meet? So Eve. And Eve, tell us who you are, your pronouns, your character, who your character is, your character's pronouns, and give us a scene of somebody watching the news footage from the adventure park that is close to Sawyer.
Hit my camera button instead of my microphone button, so I
oh no! Good thing I kept talking.
Screw up things. It doesn't look like it. Yeah. Hi, I'm Eve. She, her. And I am playing, Belladonna Sawyer. Mostly goes by Sawyer. Used to be Song Guardian, is now Ice Wolf Striker because I stabbed myself in the chest with a old box cutter. It's wild how easily things can change. One day you're just getting high in a car, and the next you're a weird cold werewolf. I think what we see is Mildred Kilgore sitting on the couch, staring down at her phone. She calls over the rest of the band, Butcher Every King, and so Inertia and Squibs peer over her shoulder, looking down at the phone, and Inertia just shakes her head and I knew it was a goddamn vengeance quest.
I love that. I love that so much. Moving around, I'm about to cough, so I have to mute. Moving around, Jess, please go ahead.
Hi there, I'm Jess. My pronouns are she, her. I will be playing Cherry Ciccarelli, the scoundrel, tonight. Cherry is having a great time. Everything's going absolutely according to plan, and everyone's getting along great. And as all of this chaos is unfolding with Ice Wolf Striker appearing at the parking lot of the Heart Park, you see a seedy hotel and just imagine just a seedy individual, and also looking at his phone, and he has his arm in a brace, like it was very, very broken at some point, and it's been healing and it's still not right, and he's kind of squinting at that phone, and he's squinting really hard at the shape that is Cherry, even in her 50s clothes, and he's like, "That's that bitch who tried to run me off the road." Yeah.
You are muted, darling.
You're still muted.
Still muted, but I assume you are asking for me to give my intro?
I was. Also, hilariously, I said, "Oh, I am still muted," and then both of you repeated back, even though you couldn't hear me.
Hilarious. We love the mute gods. I am Juicy Garland. I'm a big old drag queen, and I am playing Sunbeam, our solar guardian. And I think as Sunbeam was doing that like backflip into a tree, her TA, who is still grading a mountain of finals because she took this sudden sabbatical, is like looking into the TV as like it's playing in the background for noise while she works, and she's just glaring because she just hates me so much that she'd recognize my silhouette anywhere, no matter what I was wearing or what I was doing, and she's just staring at the television with viper venom.
I love the specificity of viper venom. Not scorpion venom, not pufferfish venom, viper venom. Before we go any further, hi everybody, I should tell you who I am. Hello, I have 19 names. One of them is Ansisa. I use 3 different pronouns. One of them is bimbos, the bimbo pronouns. And I am your gay mistress. I play everybody else in this game. Technically, I play the people that they each described. I just let them borrow those people for a while. I am the one running the game, and that's not really true. I'm the one who just plays every other part. And yeah, you can find me at linktree/queermythopoeia, and at the end of the session, I will fingerspell that for you. As a reminder, before we get into everything, you have some channel point things that you can purchase. Some things that you can purchase with channel points. You'd think I talked for a living, wouldn't you? You can purchase a cute critter companion cameo. You can purchase an indulgent outfit transformation or description. You can purchase an individual flashback or a group flashback. And if you purchase a tarot card pull, you will be able to see the cards from this Sailor Moon tarot deck that I got off of Etsy specifically for this game. And I have a little command to give you the link to that even, if you want to buy your own Sailor Moon tarot deck. Hey, it worked. You can also, as always, with all of Enchanting Sorcery Productions shows, redeem a Hydrate or Die Straight, which has just been redeemed. So everybody please, do not die straight. Nobody has time for that. Hydrate.
I don't have time for anything straight, frankly.
Who does, really?
Can't be bothered.
Also, before we get into it, because this is a romance flirtation game, and they are some of the ones that need the most boundary, bravery, safety, and consent practices. The content warnings that we think we might be able to predict this session, subject of course to the improvisational nature of role-playing games, include physical violence, displays of anger, yelling, childhood trauma, ongoing familial trauma, amnesia, friendship trauma, permanent character death, gore, physical violence, toxic relationships, and allusions to the effects of transphobia. Nothing transphobic will be on screen, but the effects of transphobia on a trans person are likely to be on screen. If any of those are require more care or support, more of a crutch, because as I always like to point out, the word crutch means basically the opposite of what abled people use it to mean. For you that you have available right now, please feel free to either try to skip past the sections you need the crutch for, or even, leave and watch this on YouTube or the Twitch VODs after we finish airing, when you have time to arrange for that kind of crutch. Please do that, and keep yourself as safe as you wish to be, and as brave as you wish to be. It's all up to you. The most popular and largest fan site for Sparkle Heart Magic Force was named the Sunlit Garden by its creator, as a reference to her favorite member of the team. Garden was chosen because it sounded like Guardian, and Sunlit, of course, referenced Solar Guardian. Still active to this day, bursting at its server's seams with a wiki, endless essays analyzing every song lyric and background detail, long diatribes on the suitability of one guardian or another for their Zeitgeist, speculations on the themes and meanings of the show, quizzes to determine which century you would have the Zeitgeist of, and much that is considered de rigueur in the fandom had its origins on the site, such as turning the name of the end of all things into an acronym. TEAT. TEAT. Hey, give the fans a break. Many of them are teenagers. Though there was one memorable convention where a fan tried to gatekeep Song Guardian's own voice actor for not using that abbreviation. He's not even a real fan. Most popular on the site, however, was a series of doll maker web apps that allowed fans to create their own Guardian Sonas, designing their look and choosing an appropriate name. This resulted in a proliferation of very similar sounding monikers. Sand Guardian, Scroll Guardian, Snap Guardian, Silly Guardian, Sitting Guardian, Sleep Guardian, City Guardian, Skunk Guardian, and so on. The worst flame wars on the site weren't even about the show itself, but rather two fans fighting over which one of them would hold the Zeitgeist of a particular century. Ironically enough, these flame wars prompted the exact development the show's creators wanted to achieve with the show. People actually learned quite a lot about history in order to write their typo-ridden polemic screeds on the Sunlit Garden. The founders of Making Unknown Pictures revealed that they were active on the Sunlit Garden when, in an interview, they mentioned offhandedly that they were interested in explaining a constant fan head-scratcher. Why the Zeitgeist seemed so localized and culturally specific. The three, whom internet sleuths soon deduced, had shared an account on the website 10 years ago called Cinema Guardian, said something vague about the Guardians being tied to time, while space was connected to other heroes. Well, maybe villains. Both, really? I guess. They weren't very clear on the specifics in the interview. But what is clear is the what happened on the last episode section that is about to roll as the credits showing each of the people seeing the footage ends and dies down. And Juicy's going to give us the recap.
Yes, I am. So, last time, after opening by discussing ways we felt we made the world better, we opened with a flash to see Sawyer shoving the box cutter into her magical chest pocket. We then quickly went to a flashback, and in there we saw the moment Sawyer collapsed the building in our peak tragic moment. Sawyer, in a desperate moment, called upon Ragnarok, froze the crowd heading to us, and cracked the building, causing it to collapse. Sunbeam, or Sunny at the time, leapt to stop her. Too late. When Sawyer lost control, her sword exploded and both of them were hurt. Sunny, horrified, told Sawyer that she never should have been part of the group. With great drama, everyone panicked in the moment, and Sawyer was given experience to leave the group. What happens now? Back in the present, the box cutter connects with Sawyer and her transformation is corrupted. Sawyer becomes Ice, Wolf, Striker. Cherry, in a moment of sudden power, transforms and has the option to give Tallahassee or Sawyer their powers back. She chose Tallahassee. And after a psychic back and forth, Tallahassee rejects Cherry's pleas to come, yells at Naughty, and drives heedlessly into the moment dimension trademark. There, she finds Dick Doug. Following this, Adrian broke down in the chaos. Sunbeam transformed following Cherry's lead. Cherry attempted to get Adrienne out of her breakdown, but is rejected, and as we glimpse vulnerability from both of them, Cherry sends Adrienne to find Tallahassee and ends up in the moment dimension with her. After a dramatic back and forth, Tallahassee spanks Dick Doug and demands to be taken to Aura. Reality ripples, and they find that Dick Doug and his mysterious compatriots abducted Aura to make money. Back in the real world, Sawyer uses Big Dyke energy, and we discover she can turn people into Eidolons. A fight breaks out between her, Cherry, and Sawyer. A rift has formed, and it's unclear if it can be fixed. Sawyer walks into the fog of the theme park. And finally, we end on major cliffhangers and an unresolved development. Tallahassee has been put into a jail cell cage. Dick Doug transformed into Reader Partisan, who is our version of Tuxedo Mask. As Reader Partisan moves to slam the cage door shut, Adrian notices Aura in another cell, and Naughty rushes in to stop the slamming of the door. His shell is crushed in the process. And unresolved, Sunbeam is smitten with Sawyer.
Yes, we have to jump in with the resolving of the smitten, as I recall. Thank you for that reminder. I'd actually forgotten that. The GM. This is why GMs have other people do the recaps for them. So, here's my book. Juicy, please tell us why you are smitten with, or why Sunbeam is smitten with Sawyer. And give Sawyer
Sawyer's a dog. She just likes dogs.
Sunbeam loves a fixer-upper, a lost cause. And she thinks that there is a spark inside Sawyer that she has been trying to shake out since they were teens. And in this moment, at what looks to Sunbeam like, I think, Sawyer's lowest point, turning into a monster, walking away from us, she sees someone she can fix.
Sawyer, take a string on Sunbeam. And Sunbeam, you have another question to answer. What is a clear challenge to being with Sawyer that you're overlooking because of your naivete?
Obviously, she doesn't see the good inside herself, and I have to help her find it.
So what's the obstacle there? Just to be very, very clear.
The obstacle is her stubbornness and her self-loathing.
You gotta love it when you ignore someone's self-loathing in an attempt to be with them. We open up with in the parking lot of the adventure park, which is slowly filling with mist that does not belong anywhere near a desert. Let me remind you, that is growing thicker. It is not. It's not London fog. It's not San Francisco on a particularly foggy day, but it is San Francisco. It is Carl the Fog, because in San Francisco we have named our fog. On a decently regular day, it's getting pretty thick, though no one else seems to see it. In the parking lot, surrounded by cars, we open up on Sparkle Guardian, who doesn't look like Sparkle Guardian anymore. She still resembles Cherry, but now she is wearing a pink poodle skirt and a varsity jacket with the little lace gloves and her hair in pigtails. She's the perfect image of a 1950s gal. Just for fun, I'll say a fountain soda, like maybe a milkshake, has appeared on top of one of the cars next to her. She is some distance away, a few cars away, from Solar Guardian, who still appears as herself, with her hair piled up in the style of the 18th century and the very elegant superhero outfit by way of the Court of the Sun King. That is her style.
There's definitely some sticks up in that hair from getting kicked into that tree.
Yep, yeah, there's some sticks. There's a crushed soda can sticking out of the hair as well. And they are watching as this giant werewolf-looking thing with a row of icicles coming down its back like a Liberty Spike mohawk that goes all the way down, if you know what I mean. With giant ice claws that are just dripping frost, looking like dry ice, letting off all that fake smoke. As that werewolf starts stalking and entering the Sparkleheart Adventure Recreation Park, we see the sign above it that says Sparkleheart Adventure Recreation Park, where where hearts sparkle and childhood never end. We also hear we get a quick pan of around the edge of the parking lot where people think they're safely far enough away with their phones out, live streaming and taking pictures. And a couple of people on the phone talking with news agencies, you think? Maybe 911? All watching and being very much in danger's way. Before I have any NPCs do anything, do any of my PCs want to do anything from that starting image?
Sawyer's just walking in.
As you walk in, there are some screams from adventure goers who are suddenly realizing what all that noise from the parking lot was about. And you see 3 middle-aged men, cis men, people my age, wearing outfits vaguely resembling the Guardians. There's 5 of them, and they see you as you stalk in, and they yell. One of them yells, "Fuck me, that monster's good." And then another one goes, "Yeah, I don't think that's a costume or an animatronic." And another one goes, "It's a real monster." And then the 4th one goes, "Yeah, if a bunch of high school girls could beat them, I'm sure we can." And they start running in your direction.
What are they holding?
One of them is holding a turkey leg. One of them is holding a obviously plastic sword resembling Tallahassee's sword. Resembling Solar Guardian's sword. One of them is got a selfie stick with their phone still on the end of it. And one of them seems to be fumbling around in their backpack.
Well, I would hope that they didn't bring a gun to an amusement park like Sawyer did. Don't take after Sawyer.
Yes, Sunbeam.
Yeah, I think Ice Wolf Striker just kind of like glances at them, still keeping stride, just like flicks a finger and just like a small icicle flings out and hits the ground, and a sheet of ice just starts forming right in front of them so that they could just eat shit.
Most of them eat shit. One of them manages to roll out of it, and it's the one who's been going through their bag, and they pull out a pocket knife that you can tell is just short enough to be allowed in the park. Like, security probably looked at it and let it through, but it's just short enough.
It's just a little 2-inch hair.
And yells and incoherently and starts rushing at you.
Okay. I don't think Ice Wolf Striker's that concerned.
Could
She's an 8-foot werewolf.
Could Solar Guardian leap out of the tree to block this dude?
Roll me Defy Disaster Grace.
I would love
Roll me Defy Disaster Daring, because you're not exactly close to this.
Okay. Well, 6 plus 2, 8 plus what again? Was it
Daring.
Daring? Okay. Then, is that a 0? So I got 8.
All right. I would, if you want to stop Ice Wolf Striker from doing whatever Ice Wolf Striker is about to do. Which looks threatening.
Ice Wolf Striker's just walking. All right.
Everything
if y'all
Ice
are
Wolf Striker
threatened
does
by
look
her
threatening.
appearance, that's on you.
Yeah.
If you want to stop it, I will let Ice Wolf Striker choose one item from the fight list. Again.
Yeah. Let's let that happen. Yeah, I want to stop it. To stop this guy from getting himself in trouble and also antagonizing Sawyer. That's my job.
All right. And Sawyer, which one are you choosing?
Fight. Oh. You still got your sword out, don't you?
Me? Yeah.
Yeah, okay. How are you stopping this situation?
I was gonna hold my sword out to the side and shout, "Stop! This isn't your fight!" To the guy, not to you.
Does the guy stop?
You can choose. You're making your choice before you can tell.
Okay. Well, I want to take that sword, so I have two swords.
All right, you pull the sword out of Solar Guardian's hands. Now neither Guardian has their sword, and Ice Wolf Striker is dual wielding other people's swords.
Yeah, she just grabs your fist and plants her foot in your back. I think she just kind of like kicks you forward and just like not like as hard as she did when she ricocheted you off a car, but it's just enough to like knock you over into this guy.
And he catches you, and he actually holds his ground as you fall into his arms. And he looks down at you and he says, "Doesn't look like it's yours either, darling."
Oh, I hate this guy.
Dare call me that. Sawyer, have at him. I want my sword back. And then she'll step to the side. Call me darling.
Wait, what? And then he'll look up at Ice Wolf Striker with fear in his eyes.
Striker's still walking into the park.
You just walk past him.
Yeah.
Hey, give me her sword back. And you feel the knife like hitting your back.
Does it get very deep? Do I even notice it, really?
It's not very large. I'll say if you ignore it, I might. Well, you don't have hit points, so it's only the condition. So yeah. So you just have this guy stabbing you on your back, yelling at you.
Yeah. Once again, I'm an 8-foot-tall werewolf, and I've got two swords. I think I just look at him and growl.
You feel warm liquid on your back, and he drops and runs.
Oh, ew.
I'm imagining like, oh, ooh.
It's not the first time she's been peed on.
Or the last. Is there a way to magically recall my sword?
I am going to say it's more fun if I say no.
Then I'm gonna rush forward and try to grab my sword back. Give me that back!
It sounds like you're making a roll to try to get the sword back.
I imagine so.
Because it's an option on fight, and I want to be mean. Go ahead and roll fight with daring.
Oh god, okay. 9.
You can choose 2, and your opponent chooses 1. So what are your 2 choices?
Shoot, I have to go to the other tab. Okay. Read to me while I'm scrolling.
Flirt with or provoke your opponent and gain a string on them. Through violence or cutting words, inflict a condition. Create an opportunity for an ally through prowess or distraction. Or take an object from your opponent or seize a superior position.
Yeah, I'll take an object from my opponent. My sword.
Okay, and what else do you do?
Why do you even need this?
Is that a string? Is that a condition?
Are you flirting?
Let's
I mean, you
take.
can-
Yeah, I
or
want a
both.
string. I want a string.
Okay. So take a string on Sawyer. Go ahead and answer. Oh, sorry, you get to choose one back.
Yeah. Ooh, that's tough. So I could just say I take the sword back.
You can do it. You can totally do it. That's valid.
Because I want that sword.
So you and Sunlit Guardian are just fighting over this sword back and forth.
Yeah. And I think Sawyer, I think you like kick the sword out of her. How do you get the sword out of her hand?
I just imagine she's like through brute force, just sort of rushing forward and like grabbing at the hilt and yanking it out of your hand.
Just as you take it out of her hand, like some ice starts forming up it, and it just slips right out of yours. She catches it again.
Oh.
Sparkle Guardian, what are you up to? So you can see this whole scene just inside the amusement park.
I also got thrown into a car, and transformed into 50s clothes, and I am rather shaken by that because Eve gave me the insecure condition when that happened, and I don't know if that's an emotion I've ever felt. So I'm like pulling myself up in the parking lot, looking at what I'm wearing, and I'm just like, right? And I pull my pigtails out. Is my hair longer? Like, did my hair grow?
I think
I would have had to.
Yeah, I think I would have had to.
Yeah, so I'm just like,
you can't take the hairbands out of your hair.
Oh. Okay.
Like,
And
they stop.
And I crack my neck, crack my knuckles, and I see y'all fighting these random guys and just squabbling, and I need that to not be happening. So I'm gonna do something for me because I also have the what is it? I also have the frightened condition. Oh wait, not that one. To feel less insecure, I'm going to run recklessly across the parking lot, taking a rash action with no plan to clear my insecurity, to try to get to... I don't have my sword. I have your sword. Ooh. Yeah, I'm running up behind you because I see you pull her sword back. I'm trying to knock the sword out of your hand again. Actually, I'm trying to knock my sword. I'm trying to get my sword back.
With Helga's sword.
Yes, with the green sword. So
I'm gonna slightly retcon since you are clearing insecure. As you are running towards Ice Wolf Striker, you are able to pull off the hairbands.
Yes.
And with it, your outfit ripples back into the usual Sparkle Guardian outfit. You raise that sword that so resembles Song Guardian's blade before it was broken during Song Guardian's instance of mass murder and terrorism. You raise it and jump briefly on Ice Wolf Striker's back and bring the blade down at your blade, that crystal pink blade that is yours. Make a... Unless you're telling me that your goal is something else, it sounds like your goal is to fight.
Yes, I want my sword back. They are both distracted.
So, roll with daring, especially because you're doing something reckless.
Yes, I am currently still... And this is a fight roll?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, I have a penalty to that, but it might not matter. It evens out. It's 1. It's a 10.
Choose 3.
Oh boy. Let's see. Well, I definitely want to take an item, so I would like to take my sword back.
I need that sword for the thing.
Okay, never mind then. I'll do different things.
No, you can take it. Take the sword.
No.
I'm just fucking with you. Take the sword.
Sawyer can always take it back.
Yeah, she's really good
You
at
can
taking
literally
your
just
sword.
turn around and take it back. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, what conditions do you have?
None.
Or do you have any? Oh, none? Okay.
None. She's been whooping y'all's asses.
You really have. You're showing us up here.
Facts.
Okay. Actually, hold on. Wait. I was looking. Oh, that was daring. I added. Oh, I actually have a 7. So.
Okay, so you only choose 2.
And
Okay,
I choose
I'm
1. Guess
Okay.
what I'm gonna choose?
I know what you're gonna do. I'm gonna take my sword so that you can take it back. And I'm going to create an opportunity for Sunbeam because I dashed over there and just like strategically struck at you.
Okay, so
I wasn't yelling.
knocked-
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, I wasn't. I just out of nowhere.
So you knocked that pink crystal sword to the ground, and the first that Ice Wolf Striker knows that you're there is seeing the green flash of the sword that looks like her old sword hit your pink. Briefly looks very watermelon, pink and green, and your pink sword goes clattering to the ground. And I'm guessing that Sawyer chooses to pick it right up.
All right. So picture this. All right. Instead of picking it up, I'm picturing like the sword gets knocked out of her hand. It just like punches into the ground, so it's like stabbed down and standing up.
Yes.
And
Love
Sawyer
it.
just like slams her hand on top of it and encases it in a like thick column of ice.
Yes. Yes. While you're doing that, before you can do anything, Solar Guardian, you have an opportunity. What are you doing?
Obviously, we're gonna continue this mayhem, and I'm gonna grab from my sword.
Under 10, under 10, under 10.
Roll me fight.
Okay.
With you can use grace this time though, if you want.
Okay. It doesn't make a difference, but I'll take it.
Remember, you can also spend a string to get a +1 on your roll against them. You can also decide that after you roll.
Good. No, that's fine. I want to build those strings anyways. I got a 7.
Choose 2.
Yup.
In
And I think I'm going to take flirt or provoke your opponent and gain a string.
Okay, what are you doing?
I think that Sunbeam is going to walk up and put her hand, or try to put her hand on the wolf's face and go, "You don't have to fight with us to do this."
I love
So
this
you
because
get a
she has
string.
not really been fighting with y'all. Y'all just keep coming at her.
It's very thematic. So that's one choice: is you scritching Sawyer behind the ears and getting a string on her.
Yup.
What's your other choice?
I am going to try to take my sword back.
And
You don't have to
Sawyer.
fight with them. No, give me that.
you pluck it out of Sawyer's hands, and Sawyer just goes, "No, give me!" Yanks it out of your hand.
She just knocks it out, encases it in another column of ice.
What are y'all doing now?
I think like when Sunbeam does that, Sawyer just turns to her and glares with these real fucked up looking icy eyes. She says, "Why don't you take that second wave ass and just move over to fucking Turf Island and save us all the goddamn trouble?"
Why do you have to just go for the jugular every goddamn time?
Maybe so you'd know how it feels. And as for you, she points at Cherry.
I'm getting up off the ground again.
If you really want that sword, you're gonna have to go through the monster you made. And a bunch of fog starts flowing down off of Ice Wolf Striker and covering her, and it starts shrinking down. And then there's just Sawyer standing there. She pops her neck and puts up her fists.
Oh.
I'm
okay.
gonna jump in and say, are you influencing with a string?
Who,
Or
me?
enticing? Yeah, you.
I mean, no, it's just, if she really wants that sword, she's gonna
Okay.
have to come through just plain old human-ass Sawyer.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah, and I'm in my magical girl form, right? Or did that
Yep.
drop when I
Yeah.
lost
yeah,
my
you are.
sword? Okay.
You're Sparkle Guardian.
Yeah, I'm Sparkle Guardian. But I do look at my sword that is encased in ice. That would be very annoying to have to get out. Because I know that ice is magic and it's not gonna melt. And I'm like, all right. And it, and before it even drops, I sock you in the face. And I am wearing, what are they called? Those like fingerless driving gloves, and they have like ball bearings in them on the knuckles.
So that sounds like a fight. Well, I want to say Thirsty Sword Lesbians is very clear that not all fights are fights, if you catch my drift. So what are you trying to accomplish? Are you trying to hurt? Are you trying to entice? Are you trying to figure out? Are you trying to offer emotional support? What are you trying to do?
I'm angry and frightened. And I think if I can beat Sawyer, maybe she will understand and fall in line.
The beatings will continue until morale improves.
Exactly. Now you get it.
So that like got real close to emotional support, and then was like, nah.
Nah.
It sounds like
No.
you're trying to entice.
I'm asserting dominance.
So please roll me an entice.
This is a
So
threat
roll
display.
plus Yep. Roll
We have too
plus
many
heart.
tops.
Oh, I'm
Too
so
many
good
tops.
at heart.
What's that like? I wish I knew what that. Wish I had life experience to draw.
Oh good, I got rid of insecure, so I don't have a penalty to entice, so that's an 11.
There you go. So you gain a string on Sawyer, and Sawyer,
Nice.
you get to choose one. Get flustered and awkward, promise something you think Cherry wants, or give in to desire.
The desire to punch me in the face.
I'm not so sure that's what Eve's gonna choose.
Yeah, no, giving it to desire right now is an excellent point. Because all Sawyer wants is for Cherry to get it. To just break through that wall.
Gosh.
So I think she takes that clock to the chin. She stumbles and steps back, spits out some blood, and she stands back up tall. And yeah, I think she could go for like a gut punch here. She's trying to prime, just soften up Cherry a bit.
prime the pump, as it were.
for the thing.
Oh
So
no.
what move are you making then? Is it a fight? Is it an entice? Is it a figure out?
I think I want to soften her up with a with a fight here. I want to
Okay.
apply some more conditions.
All right. Make the roll, and it seems like this is daring.
Well, that is just barely a 10. Rolled an 8.
Choose 3.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna say insecure again because you thought that was a real good hit, your first one.
Yeah.
And then she just comes at you, just one fist right in the gut. What's like a cool thing? Do you have like a necklace or anything?
Well, becoming insecure makes me change clothes.
Yeah.
Good point.
But
We can do this before.
we
you
can
become
layer this.
insecure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have my jacket from Drive. I have my aviator glasses.
Oh yeah, no, I think she socks you right in the gut. You bend over, the glasses fall off your face. She catches them, puts them on.
No!
That makes you insecure.
And then your clothing shimmers into 50s garb.
Yeah.
Oh, what's?
One
Yeah,
more.
and also I want to gain a string. So yeah, you bend over. Sawyer's wearing glasses. She just grabs your head and like slams your head right into her knee. She just jacks it right up, directly into the nose. There's a bad crunch. Yeah, I'm gaining a string because I feel like there's some degree of respect that the Cherry would have.
Yeah,
for
Okay.
such just
Yeah.
a
Choose one.
nasty move.
that's
Jess,
very
you get to choose one
dirty.
back. You get to choose
What?
one back. You
Oh,
get to
okay.
choose one back.
Okay.
Oh, even on a full success.
Yep, always.
Yeah,
Did I
Hmm.
Did I miss that last time?
Well, I didn't
think
get a
so.
full success last time.
It doesn't matter.
Um,
You always
so-
the opponent always gets to choose one. So I think if I didn't do that, then Eve gets another choice based off of your initial roll, Jess.
Oh. Well, I think I threw my punch, and I was honest. I was expecting that to be enough.
Mhm.
And then I was probably about to say something, like, "Are you finished?" And you just clock me in the stomach. You take my glasses. I am 50s-ified.
Just
and then
full on bullying you.
And then you kneed me in the face. So I stagger back and I'm bleeding. And do we want to do that flashback now?
Okay, hold on. Because
Oh,
right
wait.
now, two things have happened. But right now, one is because you were the recipient of a fight, you get to choose an option from fight back at Sawyer.
Okay.
And
I
I guess I missed that last time. So Sawyer gets an additional choice to apply to Cherry.
Oh,
Because Cherry fought Sawyer and then Sawyer fought Cherry.
okay. I know what I would like mine to be, because I think
Well,
for the first time, you said I get one. So
Yes.
for the first time in a long time, we're on the same page. And it's both just like, oh, okay, we're gonna do this. All right, if you hit me, I'll hit you. And it is that weird respect back at you, but I want to string on you too.
Okay. Yeah, you guys ring. And Sawyer, I guess you get one choice of any of the four because I missed giving you that earlier.
Oh, in that case, take another condition.
Oh no.
Let's see. What do you got?
I am angry, frightened, and insecure.
Really, it's
Okay.
hopeless and what's the other one?
Guilty.
I
Guilty.
think hopeless because once again, Sawyer is like kicking your ass right now.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting that.
Oh, we got a group flashback. But before we do that, there's a couple more things before we do the group flashback from our troll of a producer. One is, because the fog is this thick, now that you have hopeless, you find it hard to think of anything unpleasant in the present or the past. In fact, it's hard to think about the present or the future at all. You find yourself, Cherry, caught up in memories, nostalgic memories, that you have to fight through in order to act. Just so you know.
Yeah. I think.
You also said.
Oh.
I want to hear what you have to say first. Go ahead.
I think as she was hitting me, I was seeing flashes of us sparring as youths, as magical girls, as we did to train, when it was fun and productive and something we were doing to stay on top of our game, to keep the world safe.
Yes, we had flashes of that in the cartoon. Every time the fist connects, it flashes to an old memory, and that repeats a few times. You also said you stagger back, and this is the part where I'm.
Oh, whoops!
Stagger is a specific move in Thirsty
It is,
and if you do the thing, you got to do the thing.
Yes, it is not just a fun descriptive word; it is a mechanic.
So how many? You have 4 conditions, correct?
Yes. Hold on.
Your options are: you're rendered helpless for the scene, you're utterly humiliated, and news will spread. This could be a consequence of a setback in the confrontation, or might be caused by something you confess in the heat of the moment. Or it could be 2 from the 0 to 3 conditions.
Okay. Oh no. Ooh, okay. I can't take 2 conditions because I'll be out. I'm definitely gonna
anyway.
Yeah, I'll be out anyway. I'm definitely gonna hesitate, which gives the opposition an opportunity. And yeah, I'm gonna lash out at some. The problem is, nobody's regard matters. Oh, Huh. No one's regard matters to me because I'm right. Harmful, take advantage of a string on them if you have one. I do have a string on Sunbeam. Yeah, I think I physically stagger back and we're kind of staring each other down. And I'll glance to Sunbeam, and with one of my strings on you, I'm like, are you just gonna stand there?
And what do you... So you're spending the string, and you are offering an XP to do what?
Offering an XP to attack Sawyer, who you are smitten with.
Hold on.
Yep.
Because we do have the group flashback. So I'm going to say 2 things before we go into the group flashback. One is, Eve, I think that you know what that opportunity is going to result in you doing.
Yep.
Is my guess.
Yep.
2, Juicy. The string is spent for you to attack Sawyer in narrative, but as I have established, Thirsty Sword Lesbians says that not all fights are fights.
Mm-hmm.
So you can use another move in the form of a fight, in the form of attacking. Just so you can entice, you can figure out, you can do those things. But what we're gonna do before you do that is a group flashback that I think I was gonna have Juicy choose it because Juicy had been quieter, but then we're gonna come back and Juicy's gonna be amazing. So Juicy and or Cherry. There's a reason I'm not saying Eve. Juicy and or Cherry, what is our group flashback that we get?
I mean, I have one that's just Sawyer and Cherry. That fits right here. Because I think Cherry might be having a slight realization.
I'm gonna
Is it that,
I'm gonna
that
veto-
Sawyer doesn't like her?
Whoa.
I'm gonna Cherry, I'm gonna say that has to come later. I'm gonna say not that one right now.
I
Okay.
have a suggestion. I had been thinking
Mhm.
about something similar, but I think in the middle of all this fighting with the three of us sort of staring at each other, you goading me to fight Sawyer, I think we need a flashback where we all were helping each other.
Oh, you're
So
right.
let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay.
I like that.
Flashback. We're young. We're beautiful. We're powerful.
We're doing schoolwork.
We are doing homework.
We're making
Yeah.
a model volcano.
Yeah, we're making volcanoes.
For the science fair.
Yeah, clearly we are competing in the science fair, and our volcano needs to be perfect.
There's going to be like 10 other volcanoes there. It's got to be the best volcano.
yeah, Bella, but ours shows all of the layers inside because Sunny cut a slice in it, which was genius.
Yeah, so you two, I have a ton of books here. They're all illustrated, so we'll be able to get a perfect volcano. It just has to look just right. So I have a list of all the materials we need to build it. Are you good to help?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can make like an eye of Sauron to put on top.
A what?
But it's from Lord of the Rings.
Oh, that's cool.
Orc's not Mordor, it's a
But I don't know that
volcano.
that's scientific enough.
Yeah.
But
We
so
do need to be accurate.
yeah,
That is cool, though.
Well, I mean,
Definitely.
you can still have the accurate volcanoes. You know, it's flashy. It's
You know, we could
popular
make
series.
that.
Give us
Listen.
some bonus points for.
We could make
creativity.
that just for fun. It can be one of the O's in the word volcano
you know, we can work
on
with
the
that.
board.
Yeah. First, though, let's build a good volcano. Make this work. I have a recipe for making it, you know, foam. You know how, like, when you mix, like, vinegar, and I think it's baking soda, that makes it go... So I think what we should do is put, like, a small opening on the top so it, like, flies out. I don't think anyone else is going to do that.
Yeah, because of the pressure. Also, I did bring red food coloring, so it'll look like lava.
Giant eagles flying around.
What?
I love that Eve is a ringer. I love it. Or that, sorry, Sawyer is a ringer.
Yeah, no, Sawyer was totally a big fantasy nerd as a teenager.
I love
It
it.
makes me so
Actually,
happy.
if we're basing this off of the volcanoes in the Ring of Fire, there are hawks that live on those islands. So they could be native hawks.
Yeah, it'll be accurate. That'll be a
Yeah.
cool detail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Don't you
Lord of
have-
the Rings of Fire?
Sawyer,
Don't you
will
have
you
those-
help me, like, build it? I have the materials. Let me go get it. And she'll, like, bring in a box of just a ton of stuff. There's, like, chicken wire and stuff to do paper mache over it and, like, acrylic paints. You want to help with, like, the wireframe? And then what we can do is we can, like, decoupage over it, and then we can paint it once it's dry.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, no, I can do that.
Thanks. And Cherry, what do you want to do?
I did bring food coloring. So I can do that. And just not combine them together.
Food
Yeah.
coloring.
It would look weird if it were all red, and we have paints. That would
Also-
work.
I'll do the
Yeah.
food coloring. You guys built the volcano.
Yeah, I'll make the lava. Also, you have all those birder books for your bird watching. We could look up
Yeah.
what those hawks actually are.
Yeah. No, I can do that. Hold on. I'll be right back.
I'll-
She'll run off.
Gosh, it's a
But,
shame.
yeah.
It's a shame Adrian's at Quiz Bowl and Tallahassee's helping bring in the cattle. They
Anyways,
would've really
here.
enjoyed this.
Got it. So I have a bunch of books I can start reading. Okay?
Okay.
Awesome. And she'll like look and look, I found it. This is the bird. So we'll just have to, how do we make them? Sawyer?
The birds?
Yeah, what do you want to use?
I mean, how complex do we want to get? We could like do like layer plastic models, or just cardboard and toothpicks, or
Oh, we also have paper, and I start making like little paper fans.
we've got.
Like where you just fold it a lot, really small. And I'm like, there, we can just cut these and make the birds. We just have to make them not too big. Because they're not.
D&D miniatures that we can use for the orcs.
Oh, from your games?
Wait, but
Yeah.
there aren't orcs in the real world.
Okay, that. No, there's that one guy that kind of looked like an orc that we fought.
Oh, that's true.
That was actually a couple guys.
Yeah, so
Forgot
I
about
don't
that.
know. Maybe we shouldn't just say like some things aren't real. They
Okay.
might be real.
Bella, what if we paint the orc kind of the same colors as the volcano and we hide it, and it's just kind of for us? It's just like a fun thing for us.
I mean, yeah, I guess we could do that. That'd be fine. I guess I don't really want to paint my miniatures like.
Oh, it'll be fun though. It'll be like a little
Rock
Easter egg
colored.
just for us.
You know what? Let's
kind of
focus on the
already-
volcano for now.
already painted them.
What if we just focus on the volcano for now, and then we can put the details on later?
Sure.
That seems like a good button to end the flashback on. I want to say that I love considering Sawyer's role in the modern day party. Hearing Sawyer be like, "Y'all did all the work already," was great. All right, so we come back from that flashback. Sunbeam, you have your choice to make.
Yeah. Can I choose to ship it, which is one of my moves as a nature witch /
Remind everyone
solar
what it
guardian?
does.
Yep. So I ship it when I try to make a match between two other people and talk up one to the other. I roll heart, and I am going to shout out, "You two, why are you fighting? Clearly, we are all here for a reason. Can't you just stop and work together?"
So you do not get the experience point from the strip because you turned it down.
Mhm.
And now roll hard.
That is a 7, which means I can give the listener. I can either. So the listener can either take a string on me or give it to the other person,
So
or
it
give
says
us
as
the
above.
other person a string on me. Sorry.
So it says as above. So there are two elements here.
Yeah,
One is a
okay.
choice of yours. You can give the person you're talking to a string on the. Sorry, you can give Cherry a string on Sawyer or Sawyer a string on Cherry.
Okay.
And
Sorry, I misread. Yeah.
and one of the two that you choose can give one of the other two a string. So
Yeah.
are you talking to more to Cherry or more to Sawyer?
I was talking to both of them, but if I have to choose one, I'm probably
Yeah.
talking more to Cherry.
Okay,
No.
So first,
Sawyer. Yeah.
okay. So first question is: are you giving Cherry a string on Sawyer or Sawyer a string on Cherry?
I think I'm giving Sawyer a string on Cherry.
Okay, Sawyer, take that string on Cherry.
Will do.
Second question. Second question is Sawyer. Are you giving a string on you to either Sunbeam or Cherry?
I will give that string to.
And it's a can, so you can also just say nah.
Nah. Yeah, in that case, nah, no.
Wait. No, I'm gonna take that back. I misread that. No, it's can because it's an either or. That's why it's canon. So yeah, you do have to choose one.
Okay. I guess Cherry can have a string.
Yay.
And the last thing is, anyone involved may mark XP if they become smitten with anyone else involved. So is anybody becoming smitten with either of the other two?
I'm already smitten with them.
With both of them,
Ooh.
so that doesn't matter for you.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Cherry and
matter.
Sawyer, do you gain any smitten?
No.
No.
I love it.
I love it. I love it so much. All right. I'm thinking that Sawyer is going to be the next one to act if I'm tracking everything correctly.
Yeah, I think she briefly glances over at Sunbeam, says, "You know what? I think you're right. Let's work together." And she walks up to Cherry and just like claps her hands on either side of Cherry's face. She just says, "I want to show you something." And Frost and Ice start to leech their way across Cherry's face to cover her eyes.
And Cherry, what are you doing?
I'm being encased in ice. I think I'm struggling against you. Yeah, but you just also beat my ass, so
Yeah,
I'm a little
beat your ass real bad.
I'm a little disoriented, and I wasn't expecting you to turn around and clap me in the face. So I think I just like grab your hands.
So Sunbeam, just so we can get past the ad, Sunbeam, without the ability to stop what's going on, what are you doing? How are you reacting to this moment?
I think she's sort of stunned. Not quite knowing how to react yet. This is all happening so fast.
Okay. And I guess, yeah. Sawyer, go ahead and do your thing.
Doing the thing. Cherry, you find yourself floating in a black void. Sawyer hovers ahead of you, spectral and translucent, with fog and snow whipping off her as if in hurricane winds. She appears human, except for her eyes, teeth, and nails, which have been replaced with those of Ice Wolf Striker. She's silent for a long moment, looking you over. You know, I used to wonder what it'd be like if our roles were switched. Do you ever think about that?
No.
Don't worry, you will. And something shifts. You look down to find that you're 13 again. Your body doesn't feel like home, but you hope that someday it will. There's a bright flash, and you look up to see a 13-year-old Belladonna Sawyer, smiling and holding her hand out towards you. She's so cool and pretty and confident. She wants to bring you, of all people, into the fold. As you grasp Belladonna's hand, the blinding light of an angelic figure unfurls behind her. And just as you step forward, Sawyer's arms wrap around you from behind, lightly holding you back as her chin comes to rest on your shoulder. Her touch is so cold it nearly burns. Wait. Take a moment. I've got so much more to show you, but I really want you to soak this part in. You feel that? Acceptance, joy, all that fucking love. Other girls want you for you, on the same level, seen as no different. God damn it, that don't feel good. That's all you ever wanted. So just bask in it. And her grip loosens and she slides away. Belladonna's still holding your hand. ready
I
to pull you towards the light.
I desperately take little Belladonna's hand.
As you're walking forward towards Aura, the light, it almost becomes overwhelming. You blink. You're in the green garb of Song Guardian. You're standing over your first real foe, sword pointed at its throat. You're exhausted, sore, and you do not know what to do. The enemy is at your mercy, and you have frozen. Your heart is hammering, your hands shake. You look over to Sparkle Guardian. She'll know what to do. Belladonna is so beautiful in that uniform. She looks like she was built for this life. She gives you a smile and a nod. You got this. The temperature drops dramatically as Sawyer slides up beside you. Yeah, you can do it. You have to. Don't want them thinking you can't hack it. Otherwise, all that acceptance, all that love, fucking gone. So just give it a little push. It takes way less pressure than you'd think.
And with young Sparkle Guardian smiling at me and approving, I kill the monster.
Yeah. Honestly, much to your surprise, it does take way less pressure than you think. There's a little gurgle and silence. Sparkle Guardian grins at you and gives you a thumbs up. Great work, Song Guardian. You want to say something. Anything. But you feel like if you open your mouth, you'll puke. Sawyer leans in close. Feels like your guts are about to spill, huh? I'll be damned if that don't hurt. And her clawed hand suddenly lashes out and hooks deep into your stomach before ripping their way across. It is raw agony. Now, I've got shit to do, so let's pick up the pace a little bit. She snaps her fingers and you are in free fall. One enemy after another falls before you, whether by sword, magic, or your bare hands, none are spared. Each time you receive a smile and affirmation from Sparkle Guardian. Good job, Song Guardian. Keep it up, Song Guardian. Way to go, Song Guardian. You're the best, Song Guardian. And everyone is punctuated by the spectral Sawyer flying at you. Sometimes it's just a slap, sometimes a punch, but more often than not, it's the slashing of her claws or the snapping of her jaws, tearing away another pound of flesh. Finally, you find yourself sitting on the chest of a monster, watching the life drain from its eyes as you strangle it. So much has been ripped away from your body that you can barely even recognize your hands as human. The pain is unbearable. You look up and see Sparkle Guardian, resplendent as ever, smiling down at you. She holds out a hand to help you up.
Tired now, more tired than I was, strangely. Feeling heavier than I did. I reach up to take her hand.
Yeah, and as she pulls you to your feet, she gives you that award-winning smile. You love her. You would do anything for her. From behind you hear Sawyer's voice. Belladonna places a warm and comforting hand on your shoulder. Great work, Song Guardian. And there is an explosion of pain and the sound of shattering bone. You look down to see Sawyer's hand protruding from the center of your chest, clutching your still beating heart, ice already starting to form around it. All that love you have for her. Shame she only loves the weapon. And the hand clenches into a fist, shattering the heart. Belladonna is gone. Sawyer is gone. You're alone, ragged, barely able to stand with what's left of your body. All around you is an endless expanse of rubble. Feels so hollow. There's a cluttering behind you. You turn to see a chunk of concrete and rebar as it's pushed aside. A battered corpse stands up. A sound to your left, another corpse rises, followed by another, and another, and another. You're surrounded by dozens. They start stumbling and crawling towards you, their eyes just as empty as yours. There's nowhere to go. Your feet can't seem to move. The corpses are piling around you, grasping at you, seeking purchase on you. They want into that pit of a soul, and your wounds make such inviting entrances. And Sawyer removes her hands from Cherry's head. It's been about 5 seconds. Do you still want the sword?
Yeah, I fall to my knees at your feet. And I think I'm just doubled over, and also my nose is just bleeding. And I'm just looking at the ground. I'm like, I didn't know. I didn't know. I thought, and I look up at you, and it's like I've never seen you. And I just look up at you and I say, I thought you were happy.
Yeah, you get real fucking good at wearing masks. Do you still want your sword?
Before Cherry responds, because it isn't just the two of you in this scene. But before I ask somebody, GMs in the audience, have you ever had your players give you something that they want to do during session and it hits you right in the trans woman, and then during session, the other player hits you right in the trans woman talking to cis women? Because, yeah, that happens. I love my players. They're amazing. Sunbeam, what are you doing in the midst of all of this?
Nope, you're muted.
I think she's standing there quietly watching, not sure of how to react for those like infinite 5 seconds. And then she sees Cherry drop and she'll say, What did you do? What happened?
Just showed her.
Showed her what? Are you okay, Cherry?
I look at you and I'm covered in blood. And I just say, no.
What the hell? What is going on?
And I think I'm... Wow, hey GM, when was the last time Cherry cried?
Not a question for me.
Oh, I don't know if Cherry knows. Yeah.
Before you start crying, though, that sounds like I want Eve to make an emotional support roll.
Oh, what is emotional support roll?
Heart or spirit, and it's one of the super string moves where if you spend a string, you get +3. And you can do that after you go.
I'll go with heart. I'm assuming I'm rolling it for
Cherry.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go with heart because I only have a 0 on that instead of a -1. Okay, so that's a 7. And how much would spending
a string
gives
would
you 3?
Would pop you up to 10.
Okay, yeah, I got 2 strings. I'll go ahead and burn 1.
Okay. So, Cherry, if you open up, which might mean crying, which is why I interrupted you at that point.
Yes.
If you open up to Sawyer, you both get a benefit.
Ooh. Yeah, I think I'm just absolutely overwhelmed because I had no idea. I had built this whole truth. That's what I believed. And yeah, I think it's that cry, like she just like covers and she's like, I didn't know. And she's shocked and she's kind of like she stands up and she's kind of backing away from you. And it's those kind of tears where you're not like blinking, but your eyes just like fill up with tears.
Real
And
wet.
they're just like, yeah.
Why are her eyes damp? She doesn't remember what that's like.
Doesn't know what's happening.
So you're open.
I don't-
right?
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes, this is very sincere. I don't think she's cried since they lost their powers. Since she pulled
So-
herself out of that funk.
So, I'm going to call out very specifically what's going on in my heart right now. So, as the cis woman tells the trans woman that she never saw what was actually going on, or actually saw the trans woman, what she was going through, Sawyer, or no, sorry, Cherry, you get to choose one. Clear a condition, mark experience, +1 forward, or gain insight from me about an obstacle facing one of you.
Ooh. Do have a lot of conditions.
Yes, you do.
Like a lot. Yeah, I think I'm gonna clear. Let me see. Because if we get too many conditions, audience, we are removed from the situation. Let's see. I think I feel a little less hopeless.
Are you
Because-
smokeless, Sawyer? Sorry.
No, I'm
No,
kind of heartbroken.
Pre-existing. Yeah.
Oh,
I was
no,
asking pre-existing.
no.
Do you have Smith? Sorry. Okay.
No.
What were we gonna say after the because? You said you're a little less hopeless because.
A little less hopeless, because Sir is way more powerful than I thought, so that's the strategist. So that's like a bonus. That's like an unconscious note. But yeah, I mean, she didn't crack my skull. She chose to show me this and open up to me about this instead. So maybe we can still salvage this somehow.
And Sawyer, you get to choose one. You have the same list of 4 plus get the string back. So clear a condition, mark XP, +1 forward, gain insight, or get your string back. Your choice.
That's tough. Because I do want that XP, but I also want that string. You know what? I'll take the XP.
Okay. Take the XP.
I just leveled up again.
Yeah.
Yay. And now we're back in the fiction. And I am going to, for the purposes of Spotlight, since I just spent a lot of time talking to 2 of you, jump back into the fiction by again asking Sunbeam what she's doing.
I think she will walk up and like maybe put her arm around Cherry and look up at Sawyer. Why do we have to hurt each other to do any of this?
Sometimes it fucking hurts when you gotta set a bone.
Yeah, and I push away from you. Like when you put your arm on me, I push away from you and I step back again for both of you. And I'm like, it was my fault. Sawyer, I didn't know. Oh, God.
What?
Oh, you did all of that for me. Because I asked you to. No. because I demanded it of you. And you did it all without question, and it was eating at you, and I had no idea. Pull out a handkerchief. Because I have a real one. Because I'm still insecure, so I'm in my 50s outfit. And I'm like trying to wipe my face clean a little.
Sawyer, what is she talking about?
I'm looking down at the blood on the handkerchief, and I just look over you, Sunbeam, and I'm like, "Do you hate me too?"
That's where we cut to commercial. Hit the eye catch.
Commercial.
We're gonna take a 10-minute break, y'all, so that we can like collect our hearts, which have shattered into 1,000 pieces, and maybe use the bathroom. So we will see you all in 10 minutes. Please enjoy the wonderful entertainments that our producer has prepared for you during the break scenario. And just to let y'all know that tools and everything are in place, there was a safety tool used behind scenes, just to make sure that everyone is okay in that scene. Want to make sure you know that we're holding each other carefully. See y'all in 10 minutes! Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Sparkle Heart Magic Force Go. The premiere, I'm just going to keep calling it premiere because I like to calling things that. The premiere show about magical girls trying to rebuild their friendship after trauma. Speaking of, as we get back into it, the current scene is, if I recall correctly, Sparkle Guardian, who... I think you're still insecure, right? So you're still in 50s dress.
Yes.
But is, I think, if I'm recalling correctly, being helped to her feet as she sobs by Solar Guardian as Ice Wolf Striker stands in front of them. Just inside the entrance to Sparkle Heart Adventure Recreation Park, where hearts sparkle and childhood never ends. That is slowly filling with a thicker and thicker fog that really belongs nowhere in the American Southwest.
And Cherry, do you remember what you said before we cut?
I pushed away from you because I'm I'm fighting to not sob because I don't like what's happening, but I am very emotional. And I was wiping my face with my 1950s cloth handkerchief that I have that has my initials embroidered on it. And I'm just looking down at the like blood on it from my broken nose. And I was just like, do you hate me too, Sunbeam?
What? All I have ever wanted is to be seen.
What did I not do? And I'm gesturing between the two of you.
You never acknowledge any of the things I've ever done. You just wave it on and then go praise literally everybody else. I have to try to do so hard just to get your fucking attention. And you are always such an asshole. Why do you have to treat everyone like this? I just don't fucking understand why we can't just deal with each other.
That's what I am trying to do right now.
Well, you're doing a shit job of it.
Do you want your sword?
I mean, it would be damn helpful if we have to fight monsters. Christ.
Sawyer turns and kicks the ice column around your sword, and it shatters. And she looks over at Cherry. Do you want your sword?
Yes.
And Sawyer lifts her foot and kicks the ice, and it shatters, and your sword snaps. Almost along the exact same line that that Song Guardians did.
And Sawyer, checking in with you, because I told you this in a DM during break. Are you making a Colin Toxic Power roll or not?
I am not.
Okay.
Unless Cherry feels like I should.
I mean, whatever makes it worse is great. I'm up for whatever.
It would make it worse.
It would make it worse.
So,
in that case, yeah, let's do it.
please roll with Spirit. You can spend
Oh,
strings on Cherry if you want.
I did level up my spirit, so it's no longer negative.
Oh, that's good.
It's good because I only rolled a 5 there, so I'll go ahead and spend that.
Spending a
And-
string would only take you up to 6.
Oh shoot! Yeah, that's
It's
right.
not a-
It's not one of the ones that does +3. All right, so I rolled a 5.
Ooh.
I was not expecting you to. I should have expected you to roll low. But I didn't.
I'm best at like breaking things.
You break the blade, and you have the bit in your hand that has the hilt, the cross guard, the bottom of the blade. They are now handing out to Cherry. Cherry is absorbed in this moment. Sunbeam, you are therefore the only one who notices that the blade seems to grow arms and legs as how do I describe this? It's got like 7 arms that are functioning more like legs, lifting it up off the ground. It
Are they like people
Looks-
arms?
I'm imagining a
Like-
rigid face hugger.
It's a little bit like a rigid face hugger, yeah. Very much like a little rigid face hugger. And it squeals and rushes off into the amusement park.
Can I try to grab my sword and lash out at it?
You're trying to what are you trying to achieve? Hurting it,
Uh,
stopping something?
I will either kill it or stop it from running away.
I think Sawyer's just looking at it and goes, "Huh? I don't know
You
what to
gotta-
make of that."
You gotta tell me which, Sunbeam. Because killing it is fight and stopping it is to fight disaster.
Kill it.
Okay, roll plus grace.
Plus grace. Okay. 3. I
that
imagine
you
my
get
sword
experience for
goes into the
failing.
dirt. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You get experience for failing. Remember that.
Hooray!
So you said you threw your blade at it. Is that what you said?
Yeah. I like lashed downward, and I think my blade sticks into the soil as the thing scuttles away fast.
Your blade also breaks, and there are now 2 rigid face huggers scuttling away into the amusement park. Please stagger. What conditions do you have currently marked?
None.
So you either lash out at someone whose regard matters to you, provoking them to do something foolish or harmful and taking advantage of a string on them if you have one, hesitating and stumbling, letting the opposition gain an opportunity, or marking 2 conditions.
Ooh. I'd like to lash out.
Alright. What do you do?
Sawyer, what the hell? What were those things? Why did you make them?
I think Sawyer's just honestly as confused as everyone else right now. And she says, "I have no idea. That one's not on me."
Oh, in the lashing out, by the way, if you have a string, do you have a string on Sawyer?
I do, yeah.
You have to spend it to influence to do something.
Okay.
That's not a great idea. Do something foolish or harmful.
Go get them.
Do I have to?
You are being offered an experience point to do so.
I don't think
You-
Sawyer
you-
wants to.
There you go. So you can turn down these.
She doesn't really. She doesn't think we need them.
Yeah.
What happens in scene?
So yeah, I think Sawyer's. I don't want the swords. Y'all are the ones that want the swords. If you really want them that bad, then go get them.
Yeah, y'all look over. Cherry's gone. I have run carelessly with no plan after the swords, Fogfield Park, thus again clearing insecure.
Turning back into your normal guardian outfit,
Yeah.
and we're left with Sawyer and Sunbeam.
Also, when my sword cracked in half, I made like an inhuman sound, like an animal anguish noise, like a cry. So I'm in the park now. I
Yeah.
have the green sword though, so I am armed.
With a blurry face sword.
Yes, I am not in magical girl form though because I dropped it to fight with Sawyer. So
That's right. We could follow you, or we could look at Sunbeam and Sawyer. What are we wanting to do?
they're here. They're look at them.
Yeah, go fight.
What did? Oh, I don't understand. What is that then? What were they? Where did my freaking sword go?
How am I supposed to know? I just encased them in eye.
Well, it looked like you snapped Cherry's, and now where did Cherry go? What did you do with Cherry?
Will you stop fucking blaming me for every goddamn thing that goes wrong?
Well, maybe if you were less careless, there'd be fewer things going wrong.
Yeah, I think Sawyer steps up too. Sunbeam. How tall is Sunbeam?
Like 5'10", 5'9".
Okay, so there's not much of a height difference, but I still think Sawyer's like really standing up straight right now, and she just takes a finger and prods it right into her chest. Stop blaming me for everything we fuck up.
Maybe I'd stop if you'd stop fucking up.
I'm gonna. So I see there's something in the private chat behind the scenes audience, and I'm gonna say I'm spending a GM string to offer both of them. Spending 2 GM strings to offer both of them an XP to not do what was suggested in the chat.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that.
Get an XP.
Sick. Yeah, I think so. With that, Sawyer pushes, like, just like right in the shoulders, just pushes Sunbeam. Oh, I'm fucking up. All I ever do is fucking save all your asses, and I'm the fuck up.
You also cause mayhem every single time.
Yeah, no, you
Why?
It's
Why do you have to go so
it's
far?
just me. It's always just me with you, isn't it?
Well, it certainly seems that
fucking,
way.
I fucking wonder why that is. I really wonder why that is.
Because you're
honey.
reckless.
I'm also going to jump in to remind Eve that in the second episode or so, although this wasn't what was happening, they got mad at Sawyer and started using they them pronouns instead of she her pronouns.
Mm.
So that wasn't what was happening.
Yo? No! Sawyer fucking remembers. She's continuing to push and just like really getting into Sunbeam's space. Why don't you just fucking say it? Just fucking say it already. I've been waiting fucking shit. Almost 20 fucking years for you to just fucking say it. Just get it off your fucking chest already. I'm so fucking done with it.
There were so many people who were killed.
And with that, we're going to jump into a group flashback that was paid for by Baba Yaga a while back. Of the two of you before the collapse. So we want to see the relationship before the collapse of the building.
Do you got a scenario in mind?
Am I helping you with homework?
What kind of homework?
Math?
Okay, is that something that? Because I don't think Belladonna would ask for help with it. But you also seem like the kind of person who would insist.
I think maybe we had a class together, and I saw you got like a B.
Yeah, no, like it's not that bad. It's just like she didn't like do her homework. Like that's why she got, cause she's just too busy like reading some like just random ass fantasy book.
But yeah, that's fine. No, Bella, come over here. We have to go over the math.
I know the math.
Well, clearly a little help would be useful.
Okay. You don't always have to like treat me like I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, I know what I'm doing. Okay.
Well,
it's fine.
I know you're good enough. That's why I'm here.
Sorry, there's a dog just chomping on a bone right behind me, and it's very distracting.
Just
Little
come on, let's
Belladonna
go
had a
over
big
the
dog.
yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Come on, let's just go over the long division again.
All right, fine. If it'll make you happy, we'll go over the long division.
And you get it, right? Like the difference between a remainder and like a decimal and what you do, right?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's where you got that B.
I just didn't finish the homework.
And the camera cuts over to Nadi sitting on the table with the homework, the tentacles coming out, crinkling the paper, and slowly pulling it into Nadi's mouth to chew on it slowly.
And I think Sunny will like lean over, putting her hand on yours. Like, I just want you to do well.
Yeah. Okay. I know, and I'm doing my best.
But we can do better.
Yeah, we can always do better.
Come on over. Let's go over the math again. And then I'll leave you alone. And you can tell me about that book.
And I think that's where we cut that flashback. We pick up, the camera cuts back to a particularly foggy portion of the amusement park. The partygoers here, the tourists, are almost hard to see in the fog, and but you can tell that they have kind of a sloppy, silly grin on them, and the camera shows with no backing music, no sound, just empty on them, almost like it's a still. There's just a little bit of movement to show you it's still animation. And you hear one of them sort of chuckle to themselves. Yeah, those were the days. And you see them staring off into the pathway through the rides and things. And you see the face hugger, the like little sword face hugger, slowly crawling towards that particular park goer, who obviously can see that it's approaching, but just keeps chuckling and remembering as it gets closer and closer and closer. In another part of the park, still foggy, but not as foggy as that, Sherry, you've gotten yourself lost.
Yeah.
You have never been here before. You do not know the layout. Last time you were here, it was the Museum of Natural History. You have no idea what direction you're doing. Where you're going, where these facehuggers went.
And I think as I'm dashing past, the carnival games or a ride, I think I'm seeing those flashes of when it was the museum and how it used to look, and all of the, the wall of trilobites and fossils and, the prehistoric, the slices of land. And I'm just remembering our volcano, and I'm running, and I'm like, there's some blood running down my face from my nose, and I'm like, we only got an A because of Sunbeam.
You hear Solar Guardian, but it's Solar Guardian as if from a 13-year-old Solar Guardian. Nothing gets better,
Ooh, where's that coming from?
Behind you.
I turn on it, sword at the ready.
You see a blurry-faced Solar Guardian.
And I'm like, nothing gets better? You think I don't fucking know that?
We were lied to, Cherry. The end of all things lied to us.
You are not real.
I am as real as your friend is.
No. No. 'Cause Aura would not lie to us, and I'm gonna attack her.
Okay. I assume you're trying to fight is the actual move you're using?
Yes. Probably mainly trying to disarm her, but I'm in a mood, so see what happens. Ooh. Yeah, that's not gonna matter. 'Cause that's a 5. I'll take that XP.
Yeah, definitely take that XP. As you attack, and blurry-faced Solar Guardian just easily,
the museum,
especially with your cracked blade.
And how it used to
Oh,
look.
no, you have the green blade.
And I have the green blade, but this isn't my sword. It's so much heavier,
it's
longer. I don't,
It's heavier, it's longer, it's balanced differently, and its magic is not yours.
No.
In 2 ways. It is not yours because you are not Sun Guardian. You didn't care enough for your companions to eat away at your soul for them. You only cared enough to order them to go through that for you. And also, it's no longer your magic, because you are not 13 anymore. No matter how much you try to fool yourself, you don't have that much hope anymore, now that you're an adult. And young Solar Guardian just bats away each blow and says, I am as real as she is, because I am the original she is a poor copy of. I am not here for you, Sparkle Guardian. And you're gonna stagger from that. How many conditions do you have?
Ooh, I only have 2 at the moment.
Okay, so lash out, which would be weird because nobody's around. Hesitate or stumble and give them an opportunity, or grin and bear the blow, marking 2 conditions.
Ooh. No. Let's. So we're staggering. What's the other one? I give them an opportunity?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think what happens is, because even without my, magic, I thought I could take like a 13-year-old Sunbeam, but also she's a full magical girl. And I'm still absolutely shaken by everything that Sawyer just showed me. And I think we're fighting, and she's so effortlessly like parrying me, and it's like it's nothing. And I think I'm just panting, and the sword is so heavy, and I think it just like the end of it just drops into the ground, and I'm just like panting and exhausted. And I think that gives her an opportunity.
Yeah. At that point, she rushes forward. There's a very specific kick that I've only ever seen in Utana, where you get real close and then like shove the person off.
Yeah.
She does that kick. You land on the ground. She places her blade. And Juicy, can you describe your blade again, just for the audience's sake?
Yeah, so it is a long, curvy blade with like a broad end that tapers in, and around it are vines covered in purple flowers on the sides. They look like foxglove flowers.
And the point of it is digging into your neck. As you hear blurry-faced Solar Guardian say, there are 2 reasons I won't apply a surprisingly small amount of pressure right now. For one, I'm not you. You are where Naughty is from right now. The other, she'll lean down, keep the point at your neck, but she'll lean down, get real close, her elbows all off akimbo, is because we're only here because you brought us back. And I'm gonna have you stagger again.
Ooh, ouch.
Same 3 choices.
Yeah, I'll give her another opportunity. I think the way she's standing, I think she's like standing on my arm. And I have so many pins in my arms from my accident, where I broke a lot of bones. I think it hurts really bad. So I'm just like, on the ground. It's like I can't even struggle away.
So I'm grateful to you. Reaching for the past so hard it brought all of us back. Your life was not the only life that was saved that day. But I've met her now. That's what I became? An empty-headed granola Regina George? And she puts more pressure on her knee and snaps your arm.
She has a PhD!
I was a princess. Enjoy. And she gets up and starts walking away. She sort of just casually throws her blade down at the ground as she walks away, and you see it stabs through one of the eidolons. And it like gets sucked up the blade and into her, and you see her like stand a little bit straighter, blazing with power. And now we're gonna go back to Sawyer and Sunbeam fighting with each other.
Oh, she absorbed Solar Sword?
She absorbed the eidolon through Solar Sword.
Oh. Whoops.
And now we go back to Sawyer and Sunbeam fighting with each other.
Ooh, you're muted.
I was asking, what was the line that we left off on?
Oh, I can't shoot. I got so into what was happening with,
Yeah.
Sparkle Guardian that I am completely lost. But I know that you are like looming over me in my face. And I'm just demanding to know why it always has to be so hard.
Because I didn't ask for this shit. Neither did you. Neither did any of us.
But we had a duty. And
No.
you did it, but you went so hard.
Yeah. I fucking know. Can't you tell that I fucking know? Every
Why?
single day, I have done nothing but beat the shit out of myself over it. What more do you want? Huh?
Why do you keep doing it?
Doing what? Do you want me to punish myself? Do you want me to suffer? Do you not? Do you want me to just fucking let it go? What do you want?
I just want you to ease up. And not be a dick to everyone all the time.
It's like, I think I gotta move here.
Yes! More yelling, more yelling, more yelling. Sorry.
Oh, where is it? I
Fight,
scrolled past
fight,
my
fight.
stuff. Ah! There we go. There we go. I'm gonna use who's the monster? We can
Yes.
expose the hypocrisy of somebody who is supposedly virtuous. Roll plus daring. Yeah, she once again she shoves her hard this time. Oh, you want to fucking talk about being a fucking dick? You condescending piece of fucking shit. All you ever fucking do is talk down to everyone. Sitting up there on your fucking high horse as if you ain't got any fucking problems in the goddamn world. Little Miss fucking Perfect. Well, why don't you just shove it up your fucking ass?
I try so hard to just do well and make it work.
Well, I would have just rolled a 7. So I could
you choose one. Yeah, so it's either the wrongness of the... So there's no exposure in... Well, I guess there's no exposure to this because you're alone. But you can cause them to mark XP if they change their mind. If they don't, they must attack you or take a condition. Or your words sting, they take a condition. Or you get a string on an onlooker, which might be a bit hard to work in the fiction, but I'm sure you can do it. You're amazing.
Yeah, no, I'm going to choose that first one. The wrongness of their act is exposed to all. They mark XP if they change their mind. If they don't, they must attack you or take a condition.
Go ahead, Sunbeam. What are we doing?
Yeah, you gotta acknowledge that you're a pretentious asshole, or you gotta
This is
punch
tough.
me in the
This
face.
is really tough.
Like a pretentious asshole.
Above table, Eve, I adore you. Back into character. She can't acknowledge she's at fault. Not yet. She's gonna punch you.
Yes!
Hell yeah.
Why are you always like this? Bam.
And what is your goal? Are you trying to hurt? Are you trying to entice? Are you trying to figure them out? What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to figure her out.
Okay. Roll plus wit.
Okay. Oh no. Okay. My wit is... Where is she? There's my wit. Oh, I got a... Damn.
Hold
That's
on.
a 6. Oh.
You said a 6?
Mm-hmm.
This is a super string move. So if you spend a string on Sawyer, you get +3, bringing it up to 9.
Yeah. Yes, I'm going to spend a string. The 2 strings I have gotten today are gone.
Also, sir, people are spending strings a lot on you a lot. How many of those are things you would consider helpful?
What, for all the strings that people have been spending on me?
Yes.
Not very. It feels all like they're all trying to manipulate me.
Oh, also, why am I asking you? You're the one person who can't increase trust or bond. Sorry. Sunbeam.
Mm-hmm.
You.
Yeah, I'm a dog.
Yeah. Solar Guardian. You get one question free, even if you had kept that 6, from your truths of heart and bone, which are
Yes.
either what makes you feel loved or what do you hope for the future.
What makes you feel loved?
I think it's people genuinely wanting her around. Not for the things that she can do, not for how strong she is. They want her around because she is Sawyer and they want Sawyer.
And then you get 2 questions from the figure out a person.
Mm-hmm. Going to them right now. Figure out a person. Sorry, I'm trying to find it. Always. I'm just bad at this scrolling game and the find game.
What are your feelings towards? What do you hope to get from? How could I get you to? What do you love most? Or how would you feel if I?
What do you hope to get from keeping people away?
That they'll stop trying to manipulate me and turn me into something else.
How do I get you to see that I care?
By actually acknowledging how you suck. Like,
Okay.
just accepting that, okay, maybe I am kind of an asshole.
And Sawyer, you get to ask one of Sunbeam.
How could I get you to see where I'm coming from?
Oh God.
Unless you want to go on a fucking mind journey.
I mean, that would probably work. I also think that if you just chilled out and spoke to me once, ever.
It's really hard.
I know, right?
Because she's just so condescending the entire time. It makes me, Eve, want to scream.
So all of this understanding gets reached as you punch each other's lights out. I guess your lights aren't out, but still.
Yeah, I think Sawyer steps back and like does that little thumb wipe across their lips. There you go. Go ahead. Come on. Let all that vegan energy out. Really tenderize the meat.
And having these insights, she's gonna run up and just embrace you.
Okay, I think Sawyer's first impulse is like when you grab her is to grab you and turn it into a throw and just rotate your momentum to body slam you.
While you're doing that, because I feel like that's an instinct, so you just do it, or a reflex, so you just do it.
Yep.
It does sound like you're trying to provide emotional support. Do you think that's now, Sunbeam, or do you think you need to do a little bit more narrative work for that to happen?
maybe a little bit more.
Okay.
Hopefully I don't get actually thrown. I'd like to resist that if I can.
Okay, defy disaster.
All right.
How are you resisting it?
I'm holding on tighter, as tightly as I can.
Yeah, no, somebody knows how to fight, so like
Yeah.
she could,
She'll,
she probably
lock
notices
arms.
how like Sawyer's feet shift position in order to
Yeah.
prep for it.
So she'll like counter it, try to counter it, go in and embrace and lock arms behind Sawyer's monster back.
So Sunbeam,
Sawyer's
which
not a
matters
monster
more?
right now.
Oh, you're not. Okay, you came out of it. So
Yeah.
then it's just you. Yeah.
So Sunbeam, is it the strength of your arms or the strength of your love that is what matters here?
I think it's the strength of my love.
Roll with heart.
7.
You can resist it if you're willing to let Sawyer believe that you don't want to you don't actually want to hug her. Like, because Sawyer would feel you pulling away and take that as dishonesty in the hug. If you want Sawyer to believe it, you have to take the throw.
I guess I'll take the throw then.
Okay. Do you take the throw?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like you wrap your arms around Sawyer and she immediately wraps hers around you and lifts you up, rotates, and then just slams you right into the ground.
Oh! God.
Yeah, I could have done a suplex. Count yourself lucky.
Why do you have to be so defensive? I'm sorry.
Will you just stop talking down to me for 1 fucking second? You do not have the high moral ground.
Fine. Fine then. If that's how you want it. Sorry. And she'll get up off the ground and I guess go into the fog to find Cherry.
Sawyer's gonna follow.
Are you two together?
I think Sawyer's close, but not right beside.
I'm gonna be mean. Sawyer, roll defy disaster heart.
Oh, I think my heart's 0. Because it was broken.
You can spin strings on Sunbeam if you'd like.
Well, that's a 5.
So string's not gonna help you.
Nope.
You get separated, the two of you. In the fog. Now all 3 of the Guardians are lost in the fog of the amusement park. Which suddenly creepy amusement park music starts playing over the speakers. We get a flash of that heavily foggy area in the amusement park. And that person who was just chuckling to themselves, saying those were the days, now no longer has a face or a belly. And the little Eidolon facehugger looking blade bit is nowhere to be seen. Cherry, you are alone in the fog, with your arm broken by somebody who looks like your friend used to look 13 years ago, or 15 years ago. who
My
just told
dear
you that they were here because of you. What
And
do
that
you do?
Aura lied to us. I am lying on my back on the ground in the fog. Oh gosh. I think for just a second it flashes back and we see my mangled car and me in the same position lying on the side of the road from a year ago, and it flashes back. And I still have the green sword, right?
You still have blurry face on Guardian Sword. And also because Mike Cash was asking in chat, I want to clarify. When I said that the person had no face, I meant meaty hole, not
Oh.
blurry. Not blurry.
Like scooped out. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
And
Whoops,
I think
my bad.
whoopsies.
Whoops.
Whoops. Oh, my
Hopefully, Sawyer never sees that because she'll feel real bad.
Yeah, and I think I'm trying to get up, but yeah, I got punched in the gut like 10 minutes ago. My nose is broken, my arm is broken. I think I'm just struggling to get up, and I'm trying to use this sword, but it's so long and awkward, like I can't even use it like for purchase. And I'm just trying to get up.
And that's when Solar Guardian, this one, 28 years old and with a face,
Okay.
comes across. But it's still Solar Guardian who just did all of this to you. Like, comes out of the fog on you.
Yeah, I think on instinct again, I try to raise the sword, but now which arm did I break?
I was imagining your. Well, which is your sword arm?
I think she's right-handed.
Then you're right.
Yeah, that I'm trying to wield this magic, Zweihander or whatever it's called, with one arm that's my non-dominant. So it's just like very shakily holding it out.
It's not a Zweihander, it's an Ulfbert.
Okay.
They're not like crazy long, but they are real thick.
Okay. Yeah, also Cherry looks bad. She probably looks real bad right now. Because we're also getting like damp from the mist.
Ooh.
Ugh.
Sticky.
Yeah. Yeah, a very bedraggled, bloodied Cherry spins on you with this sword that she's clearly not holding well.
Oh my, are you okay?
Oh god. Oh, Sunbeam. And I kind of lean on it. Oh, your doppelganger was here. The faceless one.
Is she still here?
She went farther into the park. And I kind of stab the sword into the ground a little bit so I have a free hand, and I kind of rub my neck where she was threatening me with the blade. She said they were here because of me. I don't know what they want. And then I look up at you, and it's probably another expression you've never seen. It's like reluctancy and like maybe a little nervousness. And I say, she absorbed your sword. I tried to stop her, and I glanced down at my arm that is hanging there.
Oh no. Am I able to use nature's touch?
Let me look it up.
Yep. When you touch someone and let the power of the natural world flow into them, I roll spirit, and I get to choose between things, including helping clear a condition if they give over a string. Hopefully trying to heal.
If you do the thing, you do the thing. So there's nothing stopping you in fiction from doing the thing.
All right, then I'm going to use nature's touch.
So tell me what you're doing, like how it looks and all that jazz.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to like take her arm and hold it, looking at it, and like channeling energy with like green light, trying to heal the arm.
The green light comes. You're gonna roll, but the green light comes, starts moving down your arm, and then there's sort of a pop motion and a spectral vision of a science fair volcano comes out of your wrist, and the red glowing energy lands on Cherry. Make your roll to see if it worked.
Alright. Let's see if it worked.
Roll a
Plus
spirit.
spirit is +2, so that's an 8.
All right. A string. I guess if both of you spent a string, you could get up to a 10. But an 8 is choose one. They may give you a string to clear a condition. They gain the ability to speak with plants and animals for the rest of the scene, or they must answer a figure out a person question, or take a condition.
Yeah, I think I would choose to get a string to clear a condition.
All right. What condition are you clearing?
What do you have right now?
I have frightened and angry.
I'm going to try to take away frightened.
And as the red energy falls back onto your arm, you smell the vinegar and baking soda. You hear the applause from the rest of the science fair. You hear the snicker of there's like 12 volcanoes at the fair. Immediately followed by the yeah, but theirs is the prettiest. And did you see that orc they hit in the volcano? And your fear goes away as your arm knits up. It's still not great, but it is not freshly broken by a knee.
And her hands will linger on your arm, and then she'll reach up and like cup your chin. It'll be okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna kiss you.
Finally kiss on a dangerous
Finally.
situation.
Covered in blood.
This is a move. I ran Thirsty Sword Lesbians for like better part of a year, and nobody ever used this move. I'm so excited. When people finally kiss after a period of tension, each takes +1 ongoing to get to safety and protect the other for the rest of the scene.
Aww.
Oh, that's
so
cute.
until I say otherwise, you get +1 ongoing to get to safety and protect the other.
Question. Have I just kissed someone dangerous?
Mm.
How do you see Cherry right now? Sawyer would think of Cherry as dangerous with 100.
Yeah. I think that it's dangerous being honest about her feelings.
Yeah. Anything about Cherry and you has always felt dangerous to you.
Yeah, and terrifying. And exhilarating.
What's the nature witch move you're looking for?
Oh, it's
Is
just
that what
in
you're
my...
asking, right?
Yeah, I have curiosities that I have to accomplish. And I already shocked someone with an unwelcome truth. And now I think I've kissed someone dangerous. There's
Alright,
risk in this.
And it was a circled trial, right?
Yeah.
And so was the other one, right?
Yeah, the other one I had already, lined out. Yep.
But when you complete a circled trial, cross it out, and choose one. Mark XP, clear a condition, or take a string on someone involved. So you need to do that for both of the
Oh yeah,
the
I
tasks.
think I did it for the first one. So
Oh,
for
you did
this,
already.
yeah,
Okay.
so yeah, because I had lined it out, and that was a while ago. So I think I will take a string.
Take a string on Cherry.
and she will kiss back. She's been waiting for this for like 20 years.
Yeah. Yeah, I break it real quick though. And then I kind of look away, but I do have my hand on your shoulder, and I'm like, right. We need to find Sawyer. We need to find you. We just need to stick together.
Thank you.
And with that, we cut to Sawyer. Sawyer, you are wandering through the fog of the amusement park. You don't have hopeless checked, right?
No, I don't have any conditions. I'm actually doing fine.
You're doing fine. You're taking a nice little stroll through the creepy, foggy amusement park, listening to that creepy amusement park music. You even did the like speed up thing, right? You are alone. You just became a monster and physically ripped into your friends in an attempt to reforge connection. And you are alone right now.
Yeah, nope, that's not very surprising for her, unfortunately. I think she stops and takes a deep breath, runs a hand through her buzz cut, looks around. She don't know where the rest of them ran off to, but she's not in any big hurry. She knows how these things play out. They get separated, they have their own little mini adventures, and then they get together for the big finale. So instead of just hopelessly wandering through the fog, trying to just stumble upon them, she's gonna start looking towards like where the fog seems thickest and heading in that direction.
You manage to pick up traces of where the fog seems thickest. There's something slightly familiar about this fog to the Ice Wolf Striker part of you. It is spooky, but that feels cozy to you a little bit. It's an odd feeling, even for somebody like Sawyer. And that lets you see the little signs of the fog thickening, which leads you to a restaurant themed after Sparkle Guardian. It's a 1950s diner. Checker, white black checker vinyl. Elsewhere it's the glittery red vinyl. Shitty Formica tabletops. It's called Sparkle Rockets. And there's somebody sitting on the bench in front of it, but the fog is thick, it's hard to see. You see somebody sitting on the bench in front of it, an indistinct figure. It's the first person you've seen this entire time.
Yeah, it's just gonna walk up towards the place.
Go ahead. No, what
I was gonna say, she's trying to get a better look at the person, better look at the place.
I will repeat the words meaty hole.
So there's just a guy with a meaty hole face.
And no stomach, no belly.
No belly. Yeah, I think Sawyer walks up and she kind of like crouches down in front of this guy's just like sitting. Does it look like he was like throwing on the thing, or just sitting there real casual, like.
He looks like he was just sitting there, calm and relaxed, and then something somehow removed the skin, flesh, and organs.
Is there any blood around them, or is it just like, wow, this is very clean?
I mean, it's cleaner than you would expect. There is a puddle of blood, but there is no splatter or smear or other words that could make a guardian name because they start with S. It's like the blood just went down the body and pooled in a puddle. Dripped off the bench.
She's just kind of squatted down right in front of it, just looking it over. She's seen some pretty gnarly messes, so it's not necessarily like grossing her out. At the same time, this is unusual. She wasn't expecting to find this. I think a bunch of that cold fog blows off of her, and she grows, and the fog dissipates a little bit, and there is Icewolf Striker. And Striker's going to lean in real close and take a big, long sniff and try to catch a scent.
So, because Icewolf Striker is pulling her magic not from the end of all things, but from the Eidolons themselves, or whatever empowers the Eidolons, whatever the Eidolons are. I'm going to make this a call on a toxic power roll.
That's spirit, ain't it?
That is spirit.
Dang. Well, that's 7.
You get a sniff. You get the scent. You can even track a trail. But in doing so, you have to take such a big sniff. You get a lot of the fog around you. Please mark hopeless as you find that your thoughts keep coming back to memories that kind of happened. The events certainly occurred. They probably weren't as rosy as you're remembering them. But you're thinking of the good old days, obsessively. You're remembering the good days of finding sisterhood amongst the team. The good old days of finally feeling like you were in a group of people that you didn't have to convince you were a girl. The hardest thing you remember is you remember one time a bully coming at you for being trans, and all 4 of the other Mystic Guardians defending you in the moment. You can't remember if that actually happened or not. But it feels good to remember it, and that's why you're obsessing over it. You remember gluing the orc in the volcano. Remember all these good things about when you were a kid. Most of them happened, probably. None of them were actually as good as you're remembering, but you don't want to think about that. But you have a trail.
Yeah, I think just takes that deep wolfy breath, lets that out. There's more fog, more snow. Just turns and is just gonna start following this trail while her mind is kind of starting to wander a little bit.
You don't actually remember the route because your mind is caught on these memories. But you do come across what appears to be a battle between a rigid little sword blade face hugger and a 13-year-old solar guardian with no face. As the little face hugger is shooting beams of energy and showing solar guardian illusions of guillotines and peasants with pitchforks and the sorts of pranks that nobles play on each other when they have no accountability.
Yeah. Is there anybody in the immediate area that would be in danger?
You see two older women. They might have been 50 when you were magical girls the first time. And they are now older. They are sitting off to the side on a bench that's made up to look like a Viking longship. And they're just sort of whispering to each other and like gently giggling. They don't seem to notice the battle that's going on.
Yeah, Ice Wolf Striker's going to walk up to them, just largely ignoring the battle for right now. She doesn't want to draw attention to herself. You know, being a big werewolf and everything, like that might...
That's gonna require a Defy Disaster.
Oh no, I'm hopeless. I'm bad at Defy Disaster.
It's gonna be using your Grace.
I think that's also a 0. Yeah, so it's a -2 right now. Or wait, am I on the right one? I don't think I'm on the right one. I am not. Alright. There we go. Okay. Let's go. Oh, come on, boxcars. Well, that's a 5.
Take the experience.
You're gonna level up
I'm
again.
I've almost leveled up again.
Sawyer really
I'm
knows
one
how
away.
to fail forward. It's very in character. As you get a blade at your throat. You get Solar Guardian's blade at your throat. And that's where we're going to cut. I'm not even going to tell you what happens.
Fair enough.
Back to Sunbeam and Sparkle Guardian.
Yes. Having been mildly healed by one of my teammates, having shown that she doesn't hate me, which obvious. Yeah. I think just again trying to recover from everything that just happened, Cherry's kind of dipping back into her old, like, I'm the leader, I have to make decisions, I have to tell people what to do. So she like takes a breath and looks back at Sunbeam very hard and is like, do not dispel your magic. We don't know where your sword is now. We don't know if you can get it back.
Okay.
We don't know, and we do not know what this magic is going to do to Sawyer.
We should go find
Hope
her.
yes, hopefully Adrian will be back soon with Tallahassee, and then we can regroup.
Okay.
But as of now, yes. So let's try to find Sawyer. And I lead the way, and we go.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
How mean do I want to be? I will make this a call in a toxic power roll.
Who's rolling?
Either of you, and you can spend and the other one can spend a string on the person to help.
Is this to find Sawyer?
Yes.
Oh.
I'll do it.
Are you feeling a little confident?
I am worried. Where Sawyer was right behind me.
Oh, sorry, that wasn't in character. That was Jesse. Sorry. In the fiction, I think we're walking and it's just so foggy and we have no idea what's in here. And we can't hear anything. We just hear the carnival music and you say Sawyer was right behind me. And Cherry was like, where would she have gone? We just need to find her.
Let me try something. And I'd like to call in a toxic power to like divine the direction with like a leaf that I pick up and drop.
Okay.
Ooh.
Double check your nature witch playbook because you might have a move that would let you do it without calling on a toxic power.
Oh, maybe. Let's see here.
Because that sounds like something that a nature witch would be able to do.
Yeah. There is Awaken the Wild, which, if we're liberally interpreting creature, when I am in a safe position and attempt to commune with a place or a non-sentient creature, roll plus spirit.
The place could be where Sawyer is.
Yeah, I'm like, I want to commune with the park itself, and like drop a leaf to get the direction we need to go in the fog, where like the tip of the leaf will point.
Okay. I will rule that finding Sawyer would count as altering its behavior, ecosystem, or atmosphere to one you choose. So if you choose that option, you'll find Sawyer.
Okay.
Roll with spirit.
That is a 9.
Ooh.
No, I lied.
by
A
the way,
10.
By the
6
way,
plus
the bit
3
that we
plus-
are... Sorry.
Sorry, I'm bad at math right now. That is actually an 11 because I got a 9 and then plus 2 is 11. So.
Okay. The part where we're defining liberally is safe condition, not creature.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fair.
And an 11, you can choose one.
You feel safe
Mhm.
though. You're with Cherry.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And nothing was trying to eat us yet right now. But yeah, so I would alter the behavior or the atmosphere for either the leaf to point the way or the fog to part.
Yeah, you drop the leaf, and you are Solar Guardian. Though the Zeitgeist you carry may have its home in the glitter of Versailles under Louis XIV.
Mm-hmm.
Nonetheless, he was the Sun King.
Le Roi Soleil?
You are the Sun King. Sun Queen. Solar Guardian.
Either way, there's a wig.
Either way, there's a wig. Where there's a wig, there's a way. And it's the sun that burns away fog. You drop the leaf, and a beautiful morning, beam of sunlight, streaks through the fog. You can almost see it recoil away from that stream of light.
Come on, let's go this way.
Every plant in that beam of light, you see grows brittle and brown,
Hmm.
and sadly hangs its head and appendages down, like a home that was abandoned decades ago. And that's where we're gonna end the episode, y'all, because it's about 3 hours. Welcome for tuning in to episode 6, Your Perfect Offering Forgotten. I hope that the title of the episode lived up to the hype and was accurate. As a reminder, if you haven't subscribed already, I love that we're getting like multiple viewers right as I'm saying goodbye.
Every single time.
Every single time. We didn't get a raid this time. If you liked what we were doing, and if you want to force Baba Yaga to get a tattoo, you should subscribe. Or buy somebody else's subscription. Buy me a subscription if you'd like. This has been amazing. We're gonna do our outros. So tell everyone who you are, who you played, pronouns, where people can find you on the internet, what you're doing next, all of that jazz, and 1 star from this session.
If we're waiting, I'll jump in. I am Juicy Garland, Boston area drag queen and super nerd. I am playing Sunbeam, the Solar Guardian. And you can find me on the internet at Juicy Garland or at juicy.garland. Search one, you'll find the other. I am currently in a long-form actual play podcast where we're playing Monster Hearts called All Our Faults, where I play a sad boy vampire who everyone is getting really annoyed with, and it's great. I'm also obviously doing this. And I do too many other things, a lot of one-shots around the internets, so pay attention to the socials and you will find me.
Why don't you go next, Jess, since you're directly below Juicy on the overlay?
Hi there, I'm Jess. I am art_fantastical on all social media. Find me. Absolute wild ride of a Thirsty Sword Lesbians game, and I hope you'll tune in next time. You can also find me and Eve over on the Ballad of the Seven Dice and a lot of projects. Also a very wild, weird ride. You can also find me on the Graveyard Tapes spin-off show that I totally know the name of and then just blank on. Queen City Supers, where we are young superheroes at superhero trade school. It's a very cute slice of life. Superhero shenanigans in Canada. And you can also find me in the soon-to-premiere season 2 of The Heart is a Dungeon, which is a very beautiful, sad, from below Hollow Hills, I think is the system. And it's a sad fairy tale circus, and it's a very fun time. So you can find me there.
I love that title so much.
Yes, it's very good. You will cry, but in a good way.
I don't know what it's like to run role-playing games in which people cry. It's alien to my experience. This is rational, action-packed. Both of you haven't said a star for tonight's session.
Well, the star is obvious. It was the mind journey that Eve created.
Yeah. My star is just Eve. Thanks,
yeah,
Eve.
Just Eve. Steve.
Eve is the new star.
Stars all around.
Speaking of Eve,
that's me. And this is Scotty. Sorry, if you see me making any weird faces over to my right, or I guess the left on the screen, whatever. But yeah, over to my right is because my dog's sitting over there, and she's crying at me. And every time she does, I can make a goofy face at her, and it makes her yowl. But yeah, so you can find me over at Lawless Victory on the Blue Sky. I don't do much on there, so you can also get me on like the ESB Discord. Just look up Copper Harpy on Discord. You can find me there. Shoot me a message if you want. As for stars, well, I would like to thank our lovely GM for just just letting me go ham and break minds and shatter swords.
Yeah. Anytime I can give my players an opportunity to run ham, I will let them. Speaking of me, hi everybody. I got 19 names. One of those names is Wizard Lizard. I use 3 different sets of pronouns. One of them is Fey, Femme, Fear, Fierce, Femme, Self. I have been your local game mistress, trying desperately to traumatize my players as much as they are traumatizing each other. That's my goal, and I'm trying to achieve it. You can see me be a player, no doubt getting traumatized by, in fact, our producer, Baba Yaga. Upon the full moon is what I hear, is that once the moon has grown to its fullness, the Dragon Age TTRPG End of Love, which is a murder mystery set in Orlais, will be starting up. So keep an eye out for that on this very channel. You can also see me not only running this game, but on Breaking Neon, a City of Mist game on Singularity Roleplay that runs every 3rd Saturday, I think? I'm bad with time. So keep an eye out for that. I'm also a professional game master, so you feel please hire me. There should be links, not only in my link tree, but hopefully in the command that Baba Yaga is about to put in, or did put in, there it is, to my Start Playing account, where you can join my games. I have 1 seat available in my King Culture Centering Mage of the Awakening game, and starting to hear some interest in my King Culture Centering game of Innomne, Angels and Demons. So please follow that up. You can always become my Patreon, because I am in this for the money. And do all of the things. Go visit my link tree, linktr.ee/queer mythopoeia, QUEERMYTHOPOEIA, because I'm that kind of a Tolkien nerd. And my stars, okay, I'm forgetting to say something, but my stars are, I mean, obviously it's the Mind Journey. But I'm going to give my star to Eve for getting Jess to say I never saw you, because that literally broke my heart. And also to Jess for the playing with me in the Solar Guardian scene. That was really great. That was really amazing. And also to Juicy for being the best drag queen, and having the best costumes that I've ever seen in a role-playing game. Yeah, those are all my stars. Thank you very much. I love you all. See you in 2 weeks, if I recall correctly, because next week I will be at Northwest Leather Convention Celebration in Sacramento, so I won't be able to run the game. See y'all in 2 weeks again. Bye, buddy.